We outside. It is such a beautiful day today. And it's still summertime in my neck of the woods, but it's starting to feel like fall. And fall is definitely my favorite season. Well, fall and spring. I love when things fall away, and I love when things get renewed in the springtime. So it's a toss up. Fall is approaching, so fall is my favorite right now. And it's beautiful. It's been a very mild summer where I am. Usually it's triple digits for the weather, and there's rarely a breeze, there's rarely rain, but that has not been the case this season. And it's already starting to feel like fall is approaching. I love fall. But as I'm outside, the birds are birding today. Like, they are up and about doing what they do. It's beautiful. It's a lot of activity happening around me right now. And the people are out in the park. And the people are out, and they brought their little four-legged domesticated friends with them. And I love dogs. I love animals. And I've been in relationship. I've had dogs that depended on me. Something that bothers me about being in public spaces is when people have their dogs running loose, not on the leash. And inherently, I don't have an issue with that. The challenge is that you're counting on the dog, the animal, to not be an animal. A creature that moves off of instinct and intuition, and at their heart is unruly. And then they've also been conditioned by whatever human they have been depending on to survive. So there's so many factors and variables that are at play. And when you have your dog in a public space, not on a leash, you're expecting that dog to not be a dog somehow. You're counting on it. You're depending on it. And you don't know what outside variables that dog will have to face. Maybe that dog is encountered with a person that is extremely afraid of dogs, and their fear radiates, and the dog is unable to distinguish the fear that they sense, because they are sensing beings, and they are triggered to attack. And then the person that is with the dog will say, "They've never done that before. They never do that." Well, they've never interacted with that specific person and that specific person's energy. So when you take your dog out and you don't have them on a leash, it's like you're setting them up. You're setting them up to possibly fail. You're not respecting the fact that they may encounter a person that they just won't vibe with. And they lose all sense of control and conditioning. It's possible. It happens all the time. So either have your dog in the dog park or have your dog on the leash, because they also might encounter other dogs that give an energy that is confusing to them and they don't know how to respond to it or react to it. So do yourself and your dog a favor and the people and the other animals that they interact with, and just use the leash when you're out in public. I have no idea. This is probably the first time that I've made a video where I have no idea what the point of it is. It's really unclear. I think I am experiencing what I'm speaking of right now, because there's so much activity and energy happening around me. And most of the time when I'm outdoors, it's not a lot going on. There's not a lot of people. There's a lot of animals, but they're not as active as they are in this moment. And there's not as many people. So I think all of the energies that are bubbling around me is making the message a little harder to cipher and to sift out. And what usually happens is I come outside, I'm grounding, I'm walking, I'm observing nature, and I'll receive a message that I feel compelled to take my phone out and begin to record so that I can share it with you. So I felt compelled to begin to record a message, but I've never recorded a message where it was unclear as to where it was going, where the direction was unclear once I got through the message. There's so many outside variables that we can't account for, that we won't be responsible for. There's so many energies and factors that are at play outside of ourselves. There's people praying for you right now, and there's people praying for your downfall right now. And you might not know who they are or why. But these energies are all at play. Your environment, where you live, where you sleep, the food you eat, are all affecting your world. And it is important now more than ever that you stay grounded and you stay focused on feeding the fire of your internal world, that you continue to nurture and care for yourself, because there are factors at play that you are unaware of that could very well be affecting your inner world, especially as you step more and more into your light, more into your calling, into your purpose. You will attract people that are rooting for you, that are in alignment with you, that relate and resonate with you. And then you will also attract people who are full of jealousy and envy and disdain for what you're doing. They might not even fully understand why themselves. But they are projecting negative energy towards you, evil eye. They are affecting you with their negative thoughts, or attempting to. Maybe it's intentional, maybe it's unintentional. But it's important to take care of yourself. It's important to remember who you are. It's important to continue to make the choices that nurture and feed you and help you to remain grounded and focused on what is important, and to stay in alignment with your purpose and your mission in this lifetime. Oh, it's clear now. The message is clear now. So I'm going to break it down, because it's never come in this way. So, me talking about the dog being on a leash when it's in public spaces, because no matter the conditioning, the training, the temperament of the dog, it may encounter forces outside of itself that may cause it to react and respond in ways that it never has before. And when the dog is on a leash, where it is tethered to what keeps it grounded, then it is able to remain grounded. So remain tethered to what keeps you grounded, because you never know what outside entities or forces are at play that you may be interacting with. That's the message. So do you see the connection? If you're watching this video and you've made it this far, then I know that you do. And if it's unclear to you, then maybe you're not quite ready to receive the message, or maybe you need to play it back and listen again. What keeps you grounded? What are you tethered to? What is your soul, your spirit connected to that keeps you present and aware and grounded? That no matter what happens outside of you, you are connected. You are able to remember who you are and what you are. Thank you for joining me on this channel. I pray that that message reaches who it's meant to. I know that it will. I am continuing to grow faith in knowing that it will. So if you're here, then you're here for a reason. It's on purpose. There are no coincidences. Thank you for sharing your time and your energy with me. And as always, take care.